after kissing me last night, calling me on the phone for an hour and a half, and you were trying to get me to go you last night on the phone.
I said you could hang out.
No. You
I said we could hang out.
Do I really have to do this?
You cannot be talking negative and saying bad things about me and then expect that I'm gonna be nice in a hot tub with you.
Things are already starting to get a little messy at the Hunt for Love retreat, and it's only day 2. But in between the drama, there's also some connections being formed that have the potential to blossom into something more. So let's jump in, rewind to the start, and catch up on what happened in this episode. Starting with Chantel. So the last time we saw her, she was in the hot tub speed dating. But there was a problem because Chantel's speed dating wasn't going well because she was confused. You see, prior to arriving, Chantel shared a kiss with a female friend. And that moment, that kiss, has now left her confused. She's now questioning her sexuality. And when we join her today, she's still wondering where she goes from here.
I am still attracted to men, and I don't know if kissing Ashley was a one-time thing. It's hard for me to put a label on something that I don't even understand right now.
Now, Chantel says that she didn't grow up in an environment where liking someone of the same sex was ever an option. This experience has totally thrown her. But that being the case, this retreat, meeting all of these people, might be the perfect way for her to figure things out. And those people include Joe. Now, Joe wants to find out more about Chantel. What do you do for a living? He asks her, to which Chantel tells him that she has her dream job in beauty. What does that entail exactly? Well, to demonstrate, Chantel asks Joe to pull his face in a number of ways and then points out exactly where he could get Botox done.
It's all relative to what a person wants. So if you want to wear your wrinkles, fine.
You're telling me I have wrinkles right now? What's he telling me?
Oh, Chantel, maybe she should have skipped speed dating and gone to the Flirting 101 workshop instead. The funny thing is, she actually does feel a connection with Joe. She thinks he's cute. Now, Chantel has spent more time arguing with people at this retreat than she has searching for love. And if you missed my last video from last night about her argument with Usman, I'll include a link to that at the end of this video. But this right here, this with Joe, is looking a lot more hopeful.
I think there could be something there with Joe. If I'm honest, he could use a little Botox, but it feels good that I could make a connection here.
But on that topic of flirting, someone who seems to have no trouble flirting is Rob.
Elise and I, we kissed. I mean, it's only day 2, so I would hope that the other women here don't assume that I'm locked in with Elise.
So after kissing one of the new girls, Elise, at the very first party, Rob is now worried that his actions will have consequences. Fancy that, Rob.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. What's up? What's up?
Now, he does still want to keep his options open. Just because he kissed Elise and they have a connection, that doesn't mean he doesn't want to explore other connections with other people too. But, unfortunately for Rob, this is a lesson that he never seems to learn. You do still have to live with the things that you've done. I mean, despite him saying that he's worried what other women will think, I don't think it's other women that he should be worried about right now.
I don't know, there's this deep connection that we have that I've definitely not experienced with anyone else here at the retreat.
Yeah, Elise is taking this a lot more seriously than Rob is, and when they're paired up in the hot tub speed dating, Elise is delighted that they've been reunited. It's what I've been waiting for all day, she says. Now, Rob gently tries to let her down by dropping hints and asking her if she's made any other connections yet. But no sooner than he does this does he realise he's messed up. Because Elise's response to that is, I don't need to make any other connections. I'm all in on you.
100%. I'm either 100% or 0. There's not really in between.
And she's tripping.
Fancy that, Rob. It's almost as if kissing a girl after just meeting her might give her the wrong impression. He might feel like they've only known each other for 2 days and no emotions should be involved, but clearly Elise doesn't agree. Now, when their speed date ends, Rob seems super relieved. He's just happy to be moving on to the next hot tub. The hot tub with Jeniffer in it. You see, Rob has been itching, he's been dying to get to know Jennifer better. But as the pair of them sit there flirting, they are being watched.
Like the like closest staff.
I'm gonna give them both, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Rob and Jen are like super close.
Yeah, something tells me it's not going to be that easy for Rob just to shake Elise off. She's not kidding when she says she's 100% or 0, is she? Now, it is probably a good thing that Elise can't hear exactly what's being said in the neighbouring hot tub, because Jennifer and Rob are getting very flirty.
Have you made love in any amazing places?
Have you?
Yeah. That sounds like a yes to me.
So what with Elise freaking him out and Jennifer telling him all the right things, by the end of the speed dating, Rob has now firmly locked in on Jen. She's now his clear favourite. She is the one that he wants to be with. But he now finds himself in a predicament and he doesn't want to look like a bad guy. He doesn't want to kiss one girl and then jump the very next day to another one. So how does he deal with this? How does he score the speed dates as he's meant to do at the end? Well, he decides the fairest option here is to give all of the girls the exact same score. But guess what? Upon learning this, Elise isn't happy.
My entire night last night was with him, between us kissing, and making me feel special, and then giving me a score. It's just another girl, you know.
If Rob was hoping that giving Elise the same score as everyone else would help to de-escalate things, or perhaps help her to quietly catch the hint, well, he was drastically mistaken. You see, back at the bar, an angry Elise decides to confront Rob in front of everyone.
After kissing me last night, calling me on the phone for an hour and a half, and you were trying to get me to go you last night.
I said you could hang out. I said we could hang out.
Rob's response is to demand receipts. Show me proof that I wanted to hook up with you, he says. You're misinterpreting everything, he says. I just wanted to hang out with you. I mean, watching this, it's giving us all deja vu, isn't it? It feels like exactly the same sort of fights that he used to have with Sophie. Now, while the common denominator here is Rob, for Rob, this is way too much, way too soon. I'm done with her, he says.
This chick is crazy. She might be a nutcase.
So why is Elise so angry? Well, Chantel, of all people, thinks she knows exactly why.
She wanted her cheeks clapped and is let down because Rob didn't do it, I think.
Now, whether or not that's true, whether that is the real reason or not, once again, Rob can't believe that he's slap bang in the middle of yet another messy situation. Yeah, fancy that. It's almost as if he's part of the problem, right? But he doesn't see it that way. Instead, as always, repeating toxic patterns, Rob sees everything as Elise's fault. But while I definitely don't like the fact that he's called her crazy, I've also got to say, Elise isn't doing herself any favours.
After all this time that he's tried to talk to me and make me feel special as just another girl, I know that was fake.
After all this time, really? I mean, I hate to side with Rob, but it's been less than 2 days. She's acting as if he's left her at the altar or something. Now, Rob might be done, but Elise vows that he's messed with the wrong girl. So watch this space. Something tells me this isn't the last we're gonna hear of this. So with things calming down for now, let's go back to that speed dating event for a second, because it wasn't fun for everyone.
So, hot tub speed dating sounds fun, except for the hot tub part. I'm not super comfortable in a bathing suit with my shirt off in front of strangers.
But the strangers aren't the worst part, because Tim is forced to go on a speed date with his ex, Jeniffer.
What the
I mean, talk about awkward. Neither of them are excited by this prospect.
Oh, do I really have to do this?
Yeah, these two really don't like each other. I mean, they've already spent a disproportionate amount of time at this resort bad-mouthing one another. Like, the prospect of spending any amount of time together, not to mention time in such a confined close proximity, sounds very much like torture to the both of them. But for as entertaining viewing as this is, maybe the two of them can spend this time to iron out their differences. Maybe they can clear the air. Or not. That seems like very wishful thinking.
That's only 2 minutes, so I'm sure this will be over quick enough.
I mean, there's an empty one. You can just jump in.
Surely they can spend just 2 minutes in each other's company without this descending into a full-blown war. I mean, the pair of them haven't seen each other, they haven't dated in years, and even when they were dating, it really wasn't all that serious. They didn't even sleep together. So why this hostility? Why is it this awkward? Well, to his credit, Tim tries to break the ice.
I don't really have any ill will towards you. I'm trying to be nice. I feel like you're not.
Oh, but do you remember the things that you have said?
Let's just be real, neither of them have been trying to be nice. Tim has been telling anyone who listened to him that he had to buy for Jeniffer and her family, implying that she's a gold digger. And Jeniffer has been spreading some pretty bad rumours about Tim, his sexuality, and what he likes to get up to behind closed doors. Rumours that are now spreading around camp like a wildfire.
And he did it, and he watched it happening, and he liked it.
I wonder if he's a cuckold.
Swinging, cuckolding, watching his partner with other men, going to male strip clubs. I mean, those are some pretty bad rumours, right? So, yeah, frankly, I think there's too much history here. I can't see a way that things are ever going to be okay with these two. And after trying to tough it out for 2 whole seconds, the pair of them decide to go their separate ways instead. Yeah, you've got to say, that's probably for the best. And as Jeniffer goes to join the rest of the guys at the bar, she reveals she's got other things she'd much rather be thinking about. There's other men she'd rather be preoccupied with.
I feel attracted, like physically attracted to Rob. But now it is super nice to see Cole tonight.
Jeniffer, unlike Elise, is definitely keeping her options open, and Cole is one of the guys in the running. So with that in mind, Jeniffer and Cole go off together to have some one-on-one time and get to know one another. Now, the conversation goes well, it's flowing well, and they even talk about Jennifer's daughter, how Jennifer's a single mum.
Cole seems to not freak out about the fact that I am a single mother, and that is actually a super, super positive sign that I may be able to build a relationship with him.
That is a good sign, but if Jennifer's thinking about potentially a relationship with Cole, that's bad news for Rob. I mean, don't get me wrong, I totally get it. Life is definitely a lot simpler with Cole than it is with Rob. Jennifer seems very comfortable with Cole. He's sweet. He even walks her home at the end of the evening. And all of that does paint a good picture. Like, Jennifer is impressed with Cole.
Rob and I definitely had a good night speed dating, but I have to say, my favorite is Cole. I love how we are talking.
So for right now, and it's still very early days, but for right now, Cole is Jennifer's number 1, but Rob is still in contention. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. But while up until now we've been watching everyone speed dating, that wasn't the only workshop being offered. You see, some of the other castmates decided to go to the Flirting 101 workshop instead to practice their flirting. And that includes Tiffany.
I signed up for the flirting workshop just because I actually don't know how to flirt. It would feel so unnatural for me to come up to a guy and say like, hey, sugar, how you doing?
If that's what you call flirting, Tiffany, then it's probably a very good idea that you're attending this class. But let's not forget, Tiffany has been doing pretty well at this retreat already. Last episode, last night, she had fun talking to Pornstash, aka Rocky. They really hit it off. But Tiffany, like Rob, wants to keep her options open. She wants to learn as much as she can from this experience. So when she gets paired with a new guy, Carlo, for the flirting practice, she seizes upon her opportunity.
So I never do this, but my name is Tiffany.
Oh, hi.
I saw you, and I think you're really handsome. Is anyone sitting here?
Thank you. No, take a
Nice to
seat.
meet you.
I'm Carlo.
Nicely done. You've got to say, that was very smooth. You get the feeling she may have used that line before, don't you? But for someone who says she's very insecure about flirting, that and the rest of the exercise goes really well. In fact, by the end of their time together, everyone else says that it felt like the two of them were on a real date. Like their chemistry really seems to be good together. In fact, it's so good that Carlo has an idea.
We have a lot in common. Why don't we continue this on a night out? Yeah, I mean, I would definitely take you out on a date if you're up for it, Tiffany.
Yeah, I'm down.
Tiffany Tiffany has some moves. I mean, I'm loving seeing this side of her. She's definitely living her best life, and she deserves to. She seems like a new woman, a happy woman, and it's really nice to see. Now, later on, Tiffany reveals that Carlo actually messaged her to make sure she understood that he was being serious. He wasn't just saying that as part of the role-playing exercise. He really does want to hang out with her. So, away from the group, they decide to grab a drink and get to know one another. What's your usual type? Who do you normally go for? Tiffany asks him.
I like exotic, like bilingual is really nice.
Okay.
Like a little, you said Cuban and Colombian, right? So that's a good mix for me.
You're just describing me,
That's
Carlo.
it.
Call me cynical, but that answer feels a little bit fake to me. It feels like he's just telling her what he thinks she wants to hear, doesn't it? Now, that aside, the pair do really seem to have a lot in common. I mean, their chemistry is great and they seem to really click. In fact, Tiffany tells us she finds him cute. He's really doing it for her.
He starts speaking Spanish, and I was like, oh, that's sexy. This guy's smart. He knows a whole other language fluently. I feel like he's like top contender right now.
Tiffany is just having fun. She isn't going to rush into anything. And for the rest of the evening, she and Carlo hang out with the rest of the group. But by the end of the night, the two again separate as Carlo walks her back to her room.
This is you here?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Right here.
Cool, that was so much fun.
Oh, I had
It's a great first date.
Aw, thank you. Oh!
Look at her. Look at how giddy Tiffany is. I mean, this is nice to see. This really does feel like it could be the start of something. But don't forget, Tiffany now has two guys that are vying for her attention. Like, she's saying all the right things, and I really do hope she follows her own advice. I hope she takes her time and gets to know them both, and others for that matter, before she acts on it. Either way, you've got to say, things are beginning to shape up nicely at this resort. I, for one, can't wait to see how this all pans out.